Good morning, everyone. Smithy here. Welcome to my pomme de terre, my shed. Okay, my little retreat. Fantastic. Now, today's video is all about past sales, I think is the way that I would describe it. Those of you that subscribe to the channel, you good thinking people. Okay, if you haven't subscribed yet, please like, comment, subscribe to your heart's content. But those of you that do subscribe, you will know that I do a video every week called In, On and Gone, where I go through what has sold quickly, what is coming into the shop, and just to make you aware of the shop. This is purely done to educate those of you that are reselling, because I am showing things that sell quickly, especially when I cover things that have sold within 7 days. Now, before I start telling you about the other thing that I'm going to do now, I need to mention that everything that I put on to eBay is promoted at 2%. Okay, so you've got to have some idea about how I'm doing this to actually understand what it is that I am telling you. Okay, so everything's promoted at 2%. Now, I cover things that are sold within 7 days. Okay, yeah, that's giving you the information about what sells quickly, what to look out for when you're out and about on your little sourcing trips. But does that mean that I just totally ignore the stuff that I don't sell within a week? Do I sort of like put it in the middle of the garden and burn it and forget about it? Of course not. Of course not. So I thought what I would do is I would go back in time. Okay, I will go back to July 2023, have a look at what I listed then in that month, and tell you about how I've done. Okay, it is important that you keep an accurate spreadsheet of all of your sales, so that you can do things like this, because I've actually learned quite a bit about the changes that have happened in my shop over the past year. So let's get into it, shall we? Let's get into it. So this video really is aimed at two scenarios. The first scenario is that you are wanting to start reselling, but you are thinking about how long things take to sell. You know, you're looking for some guidance on, you know, how long you're going to have to keep stock for, what's the usual selling times, you know, how long does everything take? Now, I can't be absolutely clear on that and give you absolute definite answers, but by me showing you what I've sold within the year, hopefully that will help you to have an understanding of the processes involved in reselling. Also, if you are an established reseller, or if you've been doing it for quite some time, you can use this to compare against how you are doing as well. Now, as of this morning, overall, as of this morning, just going into my little storybook just here, and I've dropped my pen that was inside it. Let's put that on there. My shop has 169 active things on it. Okay, I am looking at growing this and trying to get it up to close to 250. That's going to be between now and Christmas. That's what I would like to happen. That's what I would like to be at in the new year, about 250. I do this as a side hustle. Okay, this is a side hustle to my main job. But yeah, 169 things. So let's have a look now at what it was that I actually listed in July of 2023. What is it that I listed? Now, what I've done is I've put it in a list. I'm going to read the list out. I'm not going to have things going across the screen like on the generation game or anything like that. I might even put a bit of music in the background. Okay, you know, up my video skills on that. But just quickly, okay, just quickly. I'll go through this quick. As I say, I've got my storybook. 51 things were listed. All right. Now, again, I did say that this is, by reviewing this and by looking at this, I can see some of the changes that I've made. In this month, July 2023, I listed 51 things. Now I'm listing between 80 and 100. So that's certainly gone up, which I'm pleased about. I don't want it to go down. I want the amount of listings to go up, because if you haven't listed them, you can't sell them. All right, listing is probably one of the most important things. But let's do this, shall we? 2 ceramics, 2 electronics, 2 pairs of football boots, 1 football shirt, 1 golf jacket, 1 golf jumper, 5 golf polos, 2 golf trousers, a lot of golf stuff, 2 hiking trousers, 2 hoodies, 6 jackets or tracksuit tops, 2 pairs of jeans, 3 jumpers, a squash racket, a shirt, 2 pairs of shoes or trainers, 8 t-shirts, including polo shirts, 1 table tennis bat, well, actually there was 2, but a set of table tennis bats, and 3 pairs of trousers. So all in all, 51 things listed. Okay, now the first bit of data I'm going to give you is this: 47 sold. So out of those 51 listed, 47 have sold. So that's 92%. Okay, so that I'm really, really pleased about. There's only 4 things that are left over. Superb. And I'll be showing you what those 4 things are later in the video, so that we can actually have a little chat about why they've been left over. Okay, but yeah, really pleased with that. So looking at the figures, overall, I spent £232.50 on all of those things that I just mentioned. Okay, yeah, I could go through the brand of everything that I've got. The video would take ages. You'd be bored senseless. So I just went through them quickly. But what I will do later on is I'll do the top 5 profits and the bottom 3 profits, which were all losses actually. But anyway, overall, I spent £232.50. Okay, I got back £411.11. Okay, from everything that I've listed in July 2023. Okay, it's now August 2024, so we're looking at the last year. Okay, the 47 things that sold at 92, that's 92%. Okay, that's good. But what that's done is it's given me a profit of £178.61. If you divide that by 47, you get £3.80 per item. Now, that's round about where I am expecting to be. I would like it to be closer to £4.50 per item, but that's just me. Okay, the only way you can control that is what you actually source the things for and what you actually sell the things for. Okay, but yeah, I mean, I'll say it again. Those of you that watch my channel will know that when I'm doing this, one thing that I've learned about doing this is if you get an offer and the offer is about at least 50%, okay, it could be higher, all right, it could be higher, but if you're making at least 50% on it, I would say take the offer. Okay, if you've had the product on your shop for quite some time and somebody's coming in and you're only making like 10-20% on it, take it. Okay, take that offer. All right, keep your cash flow going, because also if you're making the sales, the algorithm will tick along nicely as well. You do have to consider the eBay algorithm, okay, if you want to be successful at doing this. Yeah, so £3.80 per product. I've still got 4 to sell. It might not sound a lot, but what you've got to remember is that my shop only has 169 things on it. In terms of eBay shops for resellers, that's actually quite low. Okay, I'm looking at growing it. I would like to grow it. I would love to get above 1,000. That's what I would really like to do. And then the sales would hopefully be more. It would probably be round about £3.80, £4 per item, but I would hopefully be selling more items, so the amount that I would make during the day would be higher. All right, that's why I am looking at growing the store. Okay, and that's why I want to grow the store. Okay, you might be thinking, Smith, your shed isn't big enough. Well, if it comes to that stage, Okay, hopefully by then I'm making enough money to maybe take on a storage unit as well. Okay, you know, you've got to think big, think about growing your business. All right, so let's have a look now at the top 5, the bottom 3, and also what hasn't sold and why. Okay, so let's crack on to that. You know me, I like my tea. But actually, because I'm talking so much, that's gone a bit cold. Not to worry, nearly finished it. Anyway, so top 5 sales. All right, now a pair of Red Bull Pepe jeans got me £14.48. Okay, what I'll do is if I can find the photos of it, I should be able to do it on my eBay mobile phone app. I'll put them through so you can see what they actually look like. But yeah, these got me £14.48. I don't know how you say this brand name, but it's a table tennis bat name. Cornelleau, Cornilleau. Okay. Now, whenever you watch a bit of table tennis on the telly, you normally see that this is a very good table tennis brand name. And I can remember actually getting these. They were in a sort of like a barrel full of golf clubs, and they just put these table tennis bats into the bottom of them. So always have a little look in. And I saw them and I thought, oh, and they were in really good condition and they had this brand name on them. I knew that was a good brand name for table tennis bats. And yeah, so that was a no-brainer to get those. And they got me £12.25 back. Okay. I also had a Newport County football shirt. Football shirts, if you can source them at a decent price, and if you know that they are from quite some time ago, you usually get some good whack on that. Okay, this was a shirt from the sort of like the 2013 2014. This is the local area in which I live, so there are a lot of Newport County shirts. There's a lot of Cardiff City shirts as well, mainly Newport County, but that got me £10.99. Okay, also some Woodworm golf trousers. Now, Woodworm are a brand that you don't normally see a lot on the golf course. They are seeming to be quite a new brand, but I got them, I put them on to try, and they've come into my top 5 sales for this month. £10.64 I got back on those. And I also got a wool Jaeger jacket. What I did is I bought the suit. Okay, now if you buy a suit, you've got to separate the jacket with the trousers, because the possibility of having somebody who fits the jacket and the trousers, you're reducing your customer base. If you separate them and just do the jacket and the trousers separately, you are increasing your customer base. But this Jaeger jacket got me £9.42. Okay, so those were the top 5 profits. Now, as I said, I am averaging £3.80 per item in this month, so those ones were well above the average. Okay, but you must be thinking now, well, hang on, what pulled the average down? Now, I'm honest, I'll now say to you the things that I didn't sell well, okay, and that I did make mistakes on. Okay, so let's have a look at the bottom 3. First one of the bottom 3, I was bleeding annoyed about. It's the only time Royal Mail have let me down. Okay, they were a nice pair of Puma football boots, but they got lost in the post. The customer messaged me, said he hadn't received them. What you can do in those situations, because you might be thinking, well, hold on a minute, surely, you know, every customer could say that, even if they've got them. No, eBay's got a very, very good tracking system on it, and you can see whether it's been delivered or not. Okay, if a customer messages you and it actually says on the eBay site that it's been delivered, I would say to you, stick to your guns and say, no, it's been delivered. It shows me that it's been delivered. And maybe even send them a screenshot of that. And I think eBay will back you up on that. Okay, but anyway, this didn't have it as showing as being delivered. Okay, it had got lost in the post. Now, in these situations, I would just say to you, just take the hit. Okay, I just had to do a full refund, all right, which cost me £10.52. Okay, it's a bit frustrating when you do a refund. You do feel a bit sorry for the other person because they don't get the full amount back. eBay takes a cut of the refund amount. So if you do, and that even happens if you buy something and then change your mind, okay, and then put in a cancellation order, you won't get all your money back. Okay, eBay do take a cut of that. It's not a huge cut. It's only about 10% of it, but they do take their cut. Okay. Right. Second thing that made me a loss, and it made me a loss of £1.29. Okay. It was a Bear Grylls Crag Hopper jumper. I paid £7 for it, thinking that it was a tester to see how the market would take this product. Is it that? Because crag hoppers usually sell quite well, okay, a crag hopper jumper, but usually you can pick those up for like £4, and you know, selling for the same price, it wouldn't make you 100% profit, but on those ones you do get between 50 and 100, and they usually sell quite quickly, so it's a good algorithm ticker. But this one, nobody was really interested in it. The fact that it had BG Bear Grylls on it, and I made a loss of £1.29 on that. I took the offer that somebody came in with and just thought, yeah, just get it gone, because it had been hanging around for a couple of months. All right, I remember it. So yeah, that's one thing that didn't sell. And then the other one, I did overpay for this. Okay, it was a Pro Quip golf jacket. I made a loss of 66 pence on it. So the losses are a lot lower than the top profits. Okay, a lot lower. All right, which I'm happy about. I mean, that is what has contributed to an overall profit of 178 quid. But yeah, I paid £10 for this Pro Quip golf jacket. And yeah, I learned from that one. Yeah, to me now, golf jackets, I don't spend more than £7 on them. Yeah, so £10 on a golf jacket is overpaying, because I made a loss of 66p. Okay, and also I remember it did hang around for quite some time. It hung around for over 6 months. Okay, that could have been a seasonality thing. All right, I think it was sold just before spring, so yeah, that would make sense. Because it was like a rain jacket. But yeah, £10 overpaid. Right, let's now have a look at what hasn't sold. So what hasn't sold then? What have I had since last July 2023, and it's now August 2024. So what's been hanging around in this place for over a year? The first thing is this sugar bowl. Okay, I do sell ceramics and they usually sell quite well, but this one just doesn't seem to be shifting at all. It's a Palissy, Palissy, from the Royal Worcester Company. Yeah, so I mean, the thing to do here, and it is really important that you do this, is to go through things and see what's been hanging around on your store. All right, this now I'm going to basically half the price off. Okay, or I'm now getting, I think, enough stuff to maybe do a car boot in September time next month. All right, there are plenty of car boots around here. I think now I've got enough stuff to do that. Okay, the other things that haven't sold, and I'm afraid that if you're an employee of Lyle & Scott, you're not going to want to watch this, okay, because it is a Lyle & Scott long sleeve polo. Okay, the problem with this one is that it's a small, and the small size doesn't sell. They will do eventually, okay, but they don't sell as quickly as the larges or the extra larges. Okay, large, extra large is the good size to have in the UK. Also, I've got a medium pocket polo Lyle & Scott as well. Okay, they just haven't shifted. There hasn't really been that much interest in them. So what I will do for the next month is reduce the price of these right down. Okay, And then in September, I reckon I will do a car boot in September. These will go onto the car boot and see if they can shift there. Okay, I will get something back for them, but it probably, I will have to take a loss on them, but just get the money back, reinvest it. Now, there is a fourth thing. Can I find it? No. I'm a bit annoyed at that, because usually my SKU system, my SKU system, which you can use on eBay to actually tell you what box each thing is in, works. But this one, it hasn't. And I can't find it on my listings. I can't find it on my solds either. It must be somewhere. But maybe when I look through the stuff to get stuff together for the car boot, maybe I'll come across it then. But it's a small white stuff polo. So again, the sizing, small. It doesn't really sell that much. Okay, right. I hope you've learned from this. I hope that you've seen, I hope it's given you a little bit of feedback into how long it takes to sell things and what to expect after a year. I mean, actually, I'm quite pleased that so much has sold within the year. Okay, that's a good piece of feedback. Now, I could have gone through each and everything that I'd listed, but as I said, it would take an age. Have a look at my shop, okay, to see the sort of things that I'm talking about, the sort of brands that I'm talking about that I'm actually listing, because I don't think that has changed much in the past 12 months. I'm still sticking to the same sort of brands that are selling quite well. Okay, so have a look at the shop underneath to get an idea of the sort of brands that I'm talking about when I'm talking about trousers, when I'm talking about golf polos and stuff like that. Okay, right. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please, please, please like, comment, subscribe. It is helping me massively. The amount of subscribers is slowly beginning to grow. Okay, I'm really, really pleased with that. Okay, let's continue this YouTube journey. All right, but for the moment, this is Smithy out. Okay, see you soon. Bye-bye.